What can you say? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's exactly how India have performed in this game versus South Africa. If ever there was a one-sided encounter, this is certainly that. 101 run victory. I think it's even bigger than a innings defeat in Test match cricket. 101 run victory in T20I, seldom heard about. And this is a T20I where, now teams are getting close to 300 runs quite often in T20 cricket. Indian team has been doing that. And this was not even a 200 sort of a total that India got. In fact, in the mid-innings, my learned colleagues thought it was under par as well. And in that game to win by 101 runs. What can you say? Splendid performance by the Indian bowlers. All 6 of the bowlers were used by the Indian captain. And interestingly, each of those bowlers have managed at least a wicket. So this victory clearly belongs to the Indian bowling lineup. We'll also talk about the batting, the good, the bad, whatever. But let's get first thoughts because, you had given a clear edge to South Africa to win. You had given a marginal edge for South Africa to win. I'd called it 50-50 at half-time, but it was anything but 50-50.
I mean, look, I did expect that the bowlers would make it difficult. I discounted the fact that South Africa would throw away some of their wickets as well, because I think the top order at times looked guilty of, they weren't sure what they wanted to do. Markram in particular, I remember there were times where he looked glorious and there were times where he looked clueless. So I'm wondering, which Markram? Is it the real Markram? Will we please stand up?
This is the real Markram, where he can look glorious
and clueless at the same time.
This is Markram. Quintessential.
And speaking of Quint, de Kock.
True.
First ball, okay, pokes away. Second ball, he's gone. He's gone fishing. Only not for fish. He went fishing for a ball that shouldn't have been hit. But see, that's the thing. After that, you're thinking, okay, maybe I was thinking if you've lost a couple of early wickets, no problem. You can actually stabilize the innings, and 175 is not a big chase. But thereafter, it just became a case of losing one too many wickets at too many regular intervals. And I'll take nothing away from the Indian bowlers. They were phenomenal and bowled to their strengths. Look at some of the wickets that fell. The Varun, the second wicket he got, that's a quintessential Varun wicket where he's bowled it up there, it's hit the top of the stumps. You're not doing anything. Akshar's first wicket, he got rid of Markram. A sliding ball coming in, it's as Akshar a ball as possible. So basically, they were just doing what they are best at, and South Africa did what they were best at, which is imploding. So.
Yeah, this is quite an implosion from South Africa. Was this a kind of wicket? I know you were up against a very, very good bowling attack at the defending world champions, but even then, 74, this didn't look like the team that had given India a massive run for their money just about a year and a few months back in Barbados. No way was this South African side the side that turned up in Barbados today.
Not just that. This South African team gave you a run for money in the ODI series just now. That's going far back.
Absolutely.
But till very recently, they were in white ball cricket neck and neck.
Exactly. They were toe-to-toe with India. They were ahead of India in the test format, miles ahead in fact. But sticking with what we saw today, I think, they're not as bad a side as they ended up being today. They're a much better side. Today they looked like a disjointed force. They looked rusty. None of the batters really looked like in the mood to play long, play well. Look at Brevis for that matter. You thought that maybe there was a case to be made about no ball over there. He didn't even stick around for him to hear from the third umpire, just kept walking on and went into the dressing room within 10 seconds of that dismissal, or what looked like a dismissal at that time. So I think just signs of a rusty unit at the moment from South Africa, but I'm sure they'll get better as the series wears on.
For me, as I said, the reason I gave it 50-50, despite the fact that India had not touched the high standards that they have, been setting in the recent past in T20Is. And I'm not looking at Asia Cup because that was a low-scoring tournament. But when they were playing in India, they were on fire. Every game 250 upwards of that. That is how they were, batting. So they were just completely batting on a different plane, and you thought that's exactly something that you'll see with this Indian team here as well. So when they then get to 175, you think below par. But the reason I still called it 50-50, even though I felt the total wasn't big enough, is because again of this Indian bowling lineup. And I think this is the reason that you get to know today that India are the world champions. It's not primarily because of your batting. If you now go back into that T20 World Cup as well, some games, why some games? The Pakistan game, the bowlers won you. The final, the bowlers won you. You hadn't put a big enough total.
No right winning that game at the Nassau County. 119 your bowlers defended. Yes, of course, Pakistan choked themselves the other day. But they were put in a position where they had to choke themselves because the bowlers compelled them to.
They reached a point where they had to, again, I keep repeating this, they had to attack Jasprit Bumrah.
Rizwan had to.
Yeah.
But exactly my point. So, just carrying on from what I was saying, that this team is world champion, is the best team on the planet in T20 cricket because they've got a well-rounded unit. That's not going to paper over the cracks that you may have in your batting. We'll discuss that, but I think your bowling more than makes up for it. Today, I think you have three of the biggest match-winning bowlers that there are in T20 eyes. That includes a Varun Chakravarthy, a Arshdeep Singh, and a Jasprit Bumrah. And might I add, you actually have four, one of whom is sitting on the bench.
Exactly, I was just going to say, you've got Kuldeep Yadav on the bench.
Yeah.
That's how strong your bowling department is right now, that you can be comfortable benching a Kuldeep and saying, you know what, it's not actually going to affect the team.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you offered Kuldeep Yadav any other T20 team in the world, he's a show-shot starter. Eyes closed is a show-shot starter. But here you can do it. Not to say that he won't start here. I mean, there could be occasions that he might play ahead of even a Varun Chakravarthy. I think the dew may have been a reason why you went with Varun. And even if you're not looking at him playing ahead of a Varun Chakravarthy, there could be occasions where India drop a fast bowler like they have been doing on drier conditions. If maybe there's no dew around, who knows, India goes in with that extra spinner where they play both Kuldeep and Varun, and then you have a scenario. But the thing is, you still go with three only because Arshdeep then goes out. Otherwise, there could be a scenario where then you go with like four out-and-out match-winning bowlers. Again, taking nothing away from Axar Patel, Hardik Pandya. They were phenomenal today as well. Axar Patel with 2 wickets. Hardik Pandya with that crucial wicket as well. In fact, Axar, clearly a standout performer. He's got 2 wickets, but look at that economy at 3.5.
Crazy.
Yeah. And that takes me to another point, and I'm digressing. That is what my point is. In ODI cricket, I think Axar may be ahead of a Jadeja.
I remember us discussing it and I said that if you're talking about batting, they're pretty much the same, although I would say that Axar is probably a better, far improved batter.
Yeah.
Axar, in fact, batting-wise, so
He's clear ahead. But when it comes to bowling, he tends to offer you that little bit of a wicket-taking option, which Jadeja stopped offering you now. That's a tough call you want to make.
But I think, they've not made up their mind on that, because that's the reason they have been alternating between an Axar and a Jadeja. If you see the series, every series that they're playing, one series it's Axar Patel, the other one it's Jadeja. Australia was Axar, now they've picked Jadeja. I think they'll keep doing it till the time they've made up their mind, because in South Africa when you go 2027, the only one who's travelling there. We'll only take one left arm spinning all-rounder. You can't take 2 there.
Yeah, the other backup will probably be a Washington if they want to match
different kind of bowler.
Yeah, but a different kind of bowler. You won't take both. You can't take both.
So I think that test will go on, and at the moment I have no hesitation in saying that in white ball cricket, Axar, because of what he's offering you with the bat, but he's a clearly better. I mean, the team trusts him to go and bat at number 4 today. 5, where you've actually had to push someone like Hardik Pandya to 6, Shivam Dube to 7, Jitesh at 8. So you've trusted him much higher than that as well. And by the way, if anyone says it's because of left hand, right hand, today they made a mockery of that left hand, right hand, because they started with 3 right hand batters and then just 3 left hand batters. They went in a row. So, righty gets out, righty comes in, lefty gets out, lefty comes in. None of that was done. In fact, if you look at India's batting order, the top 3 are your right-handers, and then the next ones that you have are left-handers. So that also proves the point that maybe sometimes we are obsessing too much with this left hand, right hand. I mean, either that or today was an aberration. I don't know.
So today may have been a bit of an aberration, but I think it's also them trying to kind of figure out who's the better person for the situation, dare I say. That could also be a thing. because we've seen Dhoni use Dubey like that, right? Anytime sometimes if the openers would get out to a flyer, the middle overs, the spinners come in, one opener goes, what would he do? Send Dubey.
But then that is the surprising bit. Good you point that. Because today, Dubey is batting at number 7. That is and I don't know, that might be an indication as to, what might be happening in the future as well. Shivam, are you sure your internet connection is fine? So I don't know what the future will be. But I think at the moment, if you see, Dubey's best time of batting is when he is in the middle order. No, why? Because his biggest strength is against spinners. And when the spinners are bowling, that's when you need to bring him. And he needs to be a top order batter. So I'm a bit surprised that he's batting I don't know whether that is an indication now from the team, and I don't know, you tell me, I'm just second guessing, that Shivam Dubey coming there means that's why they've not picked a Rinku Singh in the squad, because now Dubey will be entrusted with that responsibility of being the finisher. Is that between Jitesh and Dubey
going to be doing then?
Both of them will have to do that.
Yeah, I think, that's the thing. Jitesh has basically become the designated finisher since they had to drop the wicketkeeper batter down. Your wicketkeeper batter prior to that was Sanju. But then Sanju was opening. You had to free up an opening slot. So you tried playing Sanju low down the other and realized, no, in Jitesh we have a better option. So we may as well put him down.
But that's the question. Is he the better option?
He's not.
As a finisher?
No. Purely as a finisher? No. Neither Dubey nor Jitesh is a better finisher purely than Rinku Singh. They're not. Rinku is the kind of batter can hit spinners, but also is absolutely murderous against quality pace bowling. I've seen him hammer. A short guy, they'll pepper him with short balls and then he's hitting it out of the stadium. As a pure finisher, no. But I think that's the role they've kind of entrusted these two, because Dubey, this is not the first time he's coming this low down the order. Even when they've alternated the batting order, which they tend to, because again, the head coach, the captain, everyone has said that, 3 to 8, you got to be flexible. So they've done that. Dubey has usually been coming at around 6, 7, 8. This is a bit worrisome because he's not really done that role.
Did Surya, I know he was only giving a hypothesis, but in yesterday's PC, did he not say don't be surprised if you see Dubey bat at 6-7?
Yeah, he did. I remember.
Right? Yeah.
He said don't be surprised if you see Dubey at 3 and Tilak at 6. He's saying it doesn't matter. We are not looking at batting orders. You need to be ready to bat anywhere 3 to 8.
That's nullifying a lot of roles. That's nullifying a lot of, dare I say, clarity as well. But maybe this is just the new philosophy now.
I'll tell you what, that can be the philosophy. I'm not doubting the philosophy. Maybe that's the future of T20 cricket. But I'm sorry to say, for you to have that philosophy, you also need the personnel to do it. Does India have that kind of a batting lineup that is flexible enough to do it? I'm afraid it's not. And I'll give you an example. Can Tilak be that finisher? Again, I don't think so. Can Jitesh Sharma be a top order batter? I don't think so. Can Abhishek, Shubman, Suryakumar Yadav, any of those batters be finishers? I don't think so. They're pretty one-dimensional. Can I say one thing? And I think that's the man we're going to talk about. He should clearly be the man of the match today. Has to be Hardik Pandya for his 59 at a strike rate of over 200, and then he picked up a wicket as well. The most different or the batter with most amount of gears in this batting order, the batter that can cope up with any batting situation in T20 cricket for India, eyes closed. I'm not even looking at an Abhishek Sharma, who's been your best T20I batter in the recent time. I'm not looking at Sky, who not now, but at one time was your best T20I batter. Nobody is as flexible or has as many gears as Hardik Pandya, because Hardik Pandya has played IPL cricket batting at number 4 and has done that very well for his franchise. Taken them to finals and a title in that sort of a scenario, batting at the position that he did as a top order batter. He's done that for the Indian team on occasions as well. Remember when he was captain briefly in T20 as he was doing that. Imagine captaincy he does not get, the leadership changes, now you have forced him to go become the finisher where he hardly gets those many deliveries, and even in that role he's looking like the best batter that there is to finish, because he's kind of adapted his game to be able to do that. That's why I'm saying in terms of range, Hardik Pandya, your best T20I batter. He has all the range.
We so often across formats end up focusing, I feel at times, a lot more on Jasprit Bumrah and his availability, but you look at how the Indian team's combination goes awry, be it ODI, be it T20 as in the absence of Hardik Pandya, and I think that's the testament of what he brings to the table. You can replace a Jasprit Bumrah with another fast bowler, but name me one player who skill for skill can do exactly what a Hardik Pandya can do. You have
I would have said Ben Stokes, but even he's not getting anything with the bat.
And in T20s, he's a pretty damn squib.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Globally also, I can't think.
Yeah.
Nobody.
You trust a Hardik Pandya, and I will just get back on Axar as well, but just in a moment. But Hardik Pandya, you've relied on him so much that you're willing to play, and you've played all through the year. Today is an aberration in many ways that you weren't looking at him as the second fast bowler. Otherwise, that was the combination that got you success as well earlier on in the
you'd
Asia
still go
Cup.
with that in certain grounds.
Exactly, in
you'll go
certain
with that.
conditions, and you will, because that's pretty much been established that the man, although he can be leaky at times, I was looking at some of his numbers, does tend to go around 9 and over, which is a little more than what you expect from your second lead fast bowler. However, look at that, look at the versatility that he has, and if this is the kind of batting that he can produce, well, the man's absolute gold dust to this team. If you've got to make two changes because of the absence of one Hardik Pandya, then that pretty much sums up everything you need to know about Hardik Pandya, the asset to this team. A quick point on Axar as well. I think while we...
By the way, he's the other batter. Huh?
Exactly.
Who can also shift range.
Exactly.
Yes, correct.
Because like we praise Hardik Pandya for his for his versatility, for his multi-utility, Axar Patel, and I said that before as well, I wish he had a better PR team. Because if he did, perhaps there would have been better things said, better things written, better things gone viral about. He bowls in the power play like he did today for you. You've trusted him in the power play. You've trusted him to do the hard job today as well. Third highest run getter for you. Again, 23 or 21, not the day to be looking at his batting that much, but the fact that he's doing both the departments for you, and most economical bowler on the day, Axar Patel also has turned out to be quite the player that this team always wanted.
The only difference why I mean, I agree that Axar is that other guy who's batting at different positions, but I think Axar, most of his batting impact, and I rated him ahead of even a Jadeja right now, and I agree that he chips in with the ball and the bat both, but I think the difference why a Hardik Pandya trumps Axar in in being versatile in batting is because Hardik Pandya has won you games batting up and lower down the order.
Totally. No comparison. No comparison.
Axar has won you games while batting on top of the order. He's made a huge difference on occasion when you even in IPL.
Bat him in the final?
When he comes.
Where did you bat him in the final? You had to send him ahead of a couple of players, right?
Not just final.
And I maintain that you weren't winning that final if it wasn't for that knock.
I'm not saying just final. I'm saying IPL. He does it very often. He does it. But the difference is that if he'll probably sometime play a cameo lower down the order, but not to that extent that Hardik can. Like this 59 of 28 that he's done today, that sort of an impactful inning lower down the order. You can think of few low batters at that position can do it. Maybe on an occasion Jitesh can do it, okay, if he's having a good day. Maybe on an occasion Rinku might do it if he's having a good day. But then those players have never shown you batting higher up the order that they can do it, which Hardik can. That's why I'm saying he's...
Gotta love him.
I'm saying forget being the all-rounder. That's the thing that you've said which makes him very different, because a fast bowling all-rounder doesn't come. I agree. But I'm saying just even if you don't look at his bowling for now and his ability to be a fast bowling all-rounder, as a batter per se alone, he can do things that no other batter can.
And that's the worrisome part. But we talk about having a multifaceted batting, or 3 to 8 should be flexible. But is your batting lineup really like that? It isn't. I look at a Sky, Tilak, Dubey. That's essentially 3, 4, 5 at best. Dubey should not bat lower than 5. He should not.
But I think I do sort of disagree. I think, and Nikhil made that point earlier as well, I think the other batter who has multiple gears, I think, is Tilak. One cannot forget how he really had to build his innings in the final.
But have we seen enough of him lower down the order?
Exactly, we haven't.
How do I make
a
that?
pressure game
With
like the final,
I keep that seen it.
No, absolutely. I'm saying, I'm not putting Surya in that bracket at all. But initial days even for a Tilak Verma. But the one player I do look at, somebody who has multiple gears potential, you've got to have Tilak Verma as well. I think he's doing enough at the moment.
See, it's very different. You can have different gears batting up the order.
Correct.
Where you can be controlling the innings and then explode. But the position is up there.
Yeah.
Coming down the order is a very different sort of a game.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't mind that philosophy. Maybe they're ahead of their times in thinking that. Maybe that is the future. Who knows? We'll find out. But I'm saying go with it, provided you have enough play. If you have 3 or 4 Hardik Pandya sort of batters who can adjust to the situation at a given time, are equally comfortable batting up, lower down the order, then fine. Do you have? That's the question. Tilak, you are assuming. We have to see him. A top order changing gears is very different, huh? Like Quinton de Kock can also do that. We spoke about him being explosive. There was let me just finish. We've spoken about those situations where he's been explosive, but there were also cases where he, like that Guwahati knock I spoke about, he was very careful. He built his inning and then got runs. But then he was still opening. Can a Quinton de Kock do it batting at 6? That's what I'm saying. I don't know whether Tilak can do it.
And the thing with Tilak is that he's built innings coming in a 3-4.
Yeah.
3-4, sometimes you get that luxury of you can construct an innings, then go gung-ho. If he's coming in at 6 or 7, does he have what it takes to be hitting all the time from ball 1? He might. My point is I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him do that. Exactly. For Mumbai Indians, for India, he's predominantly been a 3-4. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's such a classy batter. You want him to be batting, sir. My point is, you have a game plan, which is fine, but do you have the kind of batting? Because again, as I said, I think Sky, Tilak, Dubey should be a 3-4-5. Nothing more than that. 6 should be Pandya, because I would not, and unfortunately, this is where an Axar misses out, because much as I would trust him to go higher up the order, there's already too many options there. How do I possibly accommodate him? Then it has to be a toss-up between him and Jitesh coming 7 or 8, depending on who the situation favors.
I think they are looking now to make Dubey a finisher. I have a feeling.
I hope it works out, but I don't know. I have my doubts.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. 2 of them. Shubman Gill, let's start with him because he came out and I know that question has been there about him being an opener. So we've pulled out some numbers. Since he's come back into the T20 team, that was during the Asia Cup, remember? Before that, for almost a year, in fact, for more than a year, he was not in the scheme of things in the Indian T20 setup. Didn't even make the squad. He was a reserve, not even a travelling reserve, but a reserve during the T20 World Cup. So he was really out of the scheme of things for more than a year. So he makes a return in the Asia Cup that just happened. So since then, he's played 13 innings. That includes the Asia Cup as well as Australia. 13 innings, he's got 263 runs at an average of 26 and a strike rate of 144. How do those numbers?
Strike rate is still good.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take the strike rate. I'll maybe not take the average, because even with your ultra aggressiveness, if you go over someone like an Abhishek, I'm sure you'd be averaging at least in the 30s. 26 is underwhelming. And I think
for an opener.
Yeah, for an opener.
I'll take it for a finisher, 26.
Yes, for a lower order batter, finisher, I will take an average of 26, but then I'll expect a higher strike rate.
See, I would have taken 26 had he been at a 200 strike rate.
Exactly.
I'll take it.
Exactly.
That sort of an impact, 26 and 30, not too much of a difference, but the impact is so much that I'll take that. But I agree, 26, which is a average in T20 cricket, with an average strike rate at 144, which is not really setting the stage on fire at this moment. If you're in the 180 range of strike rate, then I'm okay to compromise on the average. That's not happened. But again, what these numbers also tell you, they're not hopelessly bad. As in, these are numbers that can be worked with. I think he has a base on which he can work. And if he was to get a few things right, get a few good innings going, he could return with a few good numbers, let's say, ahead of the T20 World Cup. Let's say before the T20 World Cup starts, he's sitting on an average of, let's say, 32 and a strike rate above 150, which is achievable. I'm not asking for more. I think I'll still take that. He's not too far from that, though.
He's not too far. The problem is that, and this is the thing, he's playing a game, he's playing a team game, which is great. But one that is very much the antithesis to his natural game. He is, even if you watch him for GT, he's not someone who looked to be aggressive to that extent. He's not a 170, 180 guy.
I agree, but I think he's kind of changed, tried to change himself while playing for India. He
Yeah,
won't
for
play
India.
these
Yes.
kind of shots
Yes,
for
yes,
GT.
yes.
Exactly.
Correct.
At the moment, Gill, it's not been said by the team, but the background in which he's come into the team, we know what all of that has been, and the player that he is right now. It's going to be very interesting if we just look at numbers differently from the time that he's come back to the player that he was before that, and in fact to the player that he is in the IPL right now. Shubman Gill is somebody who's trying to adapt to the philosophy of the team. To the BCCI has bigger plans of him being the blue-eyed boy and him to take Indian cricket forward. That's pretty much clear once he gets named the vice captain of the side, from being somebody on the outside of the squad. So right now, others, they pretty much know how to play, and this is exactly how you probably see them play in the IPL as well. But Shubman Gill, he builds. Let me take you to the match. In fact, both the matches against Delhi Capitals this season, you saw mammoth knocks from Sai Sudarshan and from Shubman Gill. But they were going under par as far as the required rate is concerned at the halfway stage. Remember both those matches very well. In fact, high scoring matches. But both had gotten enough runs because once they get to their 50s, 60s, both Sai and him, they know how to then push forward. So that 150 strike rate becomes 180 by the time they would end. This Indian team doesn't allow you to, spend that much time in the middle. You as Shubman Gill have been told, don't worry about your runs, go ahead and we'll get to the overall target, but we need you to go gung-ho right from the word go. This is the adapting that he needs to do. He's trying to do that. I see the initiative. Perhaps that initiative was here today as well, and this is where you'll have to be patient with him, because you've already sort of laid out the carpet and you see him walk that already. No way, there is no way you're taking a call on him already.
Yeah.
You've shown faith in him, but it's work in progress. It is work in progress. Shubman Gill is yet to become the player that this T20I side wants.
But if I'm also okay with that aggressive approach, that let's keep going, attacking, somebody will step up. I wanted to see that with the Indian team when they were losing wickets also. Today I think they went into the shell in the middle overs a bit, until Hardik Pandya came in the end and gave you that impetus. Had he not done that so that approach also is gone. No, I'm okay with that approach. In that approach, you will scare teams 9 times out of 10. One day you'll embarrass yourself, but that's okay. I'll take that approach. But that wasn't shown today. So you attacked at the start. When you started losing wicket, then you're playing runner ball cricket. No, everyone was playing runner ball cricket.
And
Then
Axar
you should
was
have played.
runner ball.
Yeah, if Axar was sent, let him also go attacking.
Tilak
What
was
if
playing
it was
runner
his
ball.
day today? He would have got you 50 in 20 balls, change the game. See, that's what this team believes in. Na? We trust each guy. We'll try.
But I think we've seen enough games as well, including in the Asia Cup, where you were forced to play. If that was the case, then Tilak Verma wouldn't have played the way that he did. I think at times you've seen them
that was a final.
course correct.
You were playing in a different situation.
So we've been critical about an England team. Remember in the 2022 T20 World Cup as well, that come the big final, they had to recalibrate as well. They weren't playing the way that they played against India in the semi-final. They had to course correct in the final. Ben Stokes really had to grind it out. So I think with every team, for all the bravado, for all the exuberance that you play with, a big match will have you course correct.
Except for Baseball England.
Yeah. The other player.
Those numbers
Surya
don't
Kumar.
make for pretty reading. It's just ugh.
This is in this calendar year. 16 innings, 196 runs, a 15 average, 126 strike rate.
Did we ever think we'd reach a point with him that his number of innings would outnumber his average?
No.
That's where we are right now.
And I forget all of that. I would take that average also. Not saying that it would have been good, but I'm saying I could have envisioned a situation where he's going through a bad phase, his average drops to 15. I could have. But what I'm seeing now is a strike rate of 126. That I would have never imagined. Never.
I mean, he was always that guy who'd look to be aggressive and who scored aggressively in the middle overs, regardless of where he came. And because he always used to have those few knocks out, those few shots in the middle where he'd kind of just surprise the bowler. I think now that surprise factor is gone because he'll keep going for the shot. It's that same shot over and over. And he was trying to do it in the power play. And like the ball is moving a little bit, perhaps not the best idea to do that. So it seems like maybe he needs to come up with a couple new tricks. Maybe go back to basics. He is a good cricketer. People tend to always remember him as being this kind of a maverick 360 player, but he's got good cricketing shots. If you go back to trusting those a little bit.
I have a feeling, I think, this doesn't look like the Suryakumar Yadav who had once said that once he sees the bowler running in, he's got 3 shots in his mind.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that Suryakumar Yadav to me. At the moment, he's a Suryakumar Yadav who I think is getting outfoxed by the bowler, because there's far too many times he's trying to play on the leg side, and I think that plan has been found out. It was good to begin with, and teams took a long time to figure it out. As long as a couple of years that the man really can play you behind square, he can be played around mid wicket, but he's really got the shots. You know he can loft the ball over deep extra cover. You know he can play square of the wicket on the offside as well. I think there's become that tendency of playing everything on the leg side. He is willing to spend time in the middle as well. Again, you saw 11 balls, just run a ball that he was playing today. But I think there is a sense of playing everything on the leg side, which bowlers have now figured out. They know what length to be bowling Suryakumar Yadav, because he's going to be targeting the leg side, and so often you see the ball then skyrocket.
Okay, let's dive into some comments. I'll take one super chat that's come to me directly.
Super chat.
Yeah. Because we start with super chats. No?
Yeah.
So this comes from Mr. Vicky Lalwani. You know, he's a film journalist. He's a regular watcher of our show. He's also saying he's loving watching our live just now. But he has a point. He loved our discussion about Pandya and Axar, but he disagrees on GILL. So he says GILL is running his test cricket in a desperate bid to become a T20 player. His thoughts. See his last few tests after that big knock. He is just not a T20 player. Thoughts?
I mean, see, I will tell you this as someone who watched GILL in the nascent parts of his T20 career, because he happened to be in my franchise. Yeah. He always looked like a test player trying to play T20 cricket. Okay. Always. That was in his early days. I'm talking 2019, 20 and the likes, 18, 19, 20. That was the time when he was there. And I remember KKR first tried playing him in the middle order. Then realized, no, the kid doesn't have the impetus. He doesn't have that ability to kind of be aggressive from the word go if he's playing there. Send him to the top. Then you're like, okay, there's a player there. Maybe he can do a job. But even then, at that point, I remember his opening partner would more often than not be someone like a Chris Lynn. Why? Because you needed someone to do the big hitting. GILL was often the anchor around whom you built that innings. He's gotten better since then. But I still feel he's a test batter trying to be a T20 batter. So I do kind of agree with that assessment. Even at his swashbuckling best, I keep looking at him going, that's an ODI test player if there ever was. Huh?
Do you agree that it's kind of had, to his point, that adverse effect on his test batting? Trying to be a T20
I see it. Hard hands in tests. Consistently. That's not a coincidence. That comes from white ball cricket.
But he scored 700 plus runs, yeah.
And flat English conditions, let's be fair.
No, runs are runs, yeah.
No, runs are runs.
Karun Nair could not get you runs. There are so many other batters who did not get you runs.
I'll take nothing away from that, but his kind of a caliber, kind of caliber, I expect him to be scoring runs there. My point is, I also expected him to kick on more as a test batter. Hasn't quite happened. Till date, I would say probably some of his best test knocks, still Gabba will remain right up there. With one of the best. Manchester is now there. I
know conditions weren't as tricky as...
No, they were tough.
But the pressure was really on. Pressure was a high pressure situation. That's a standout under.
But I still think, again, I do agree that sometimes I feel like those, what we call bad habits. Yeah. The white ball bad habits have kind of crept into his game a little bit. Right. And it's reflective in his test batting. So, yeah.
Okay, we've got Chirag. Chirag
P80, even I was reading GPT, I don't blame you.
Yeah. But okay, happens. Chirag says...
click outside the chat. Yes, thank you. He says, now you see why batting depth is important. With 4 tailenders in T20s, you won't win any trophy. Maharaj is not a batsman who will win you the match. The South Africa team right now, the 11 looks one-dimensional.
No, while I agree that in T20 you need that kind of balance and heat, but most of the time we were... upset with the
team.
Same theory in test cricket. And by the way, today, even if South Africa had a batter at 8, they weren't winning this.
They were batting.
They weren't winning this.
But I do agree. I do think that they were a batter shot. Yeah. In T20 cricket now, you need to be batting till 8.
When I saw the 11 even...
Maharaj is not the person.
They've rested a few players as well.
Maharaj very well can be and he's a enviable number 11 to have in test cricket.
In test cricket?
Yeah.
fact, Chirag with the same point, saying that one-dimensional, and you can't go with 4 tail-enders in the World Cup. If the first 3 wickets goes, then there's not going to be any freedom for the lower order batters.
True.
Although today they did take the freedom at a cost.
Yeah. Ashish Dhar.
Marco Tansen, not Jansen. Wicket was the turning point.
Come
He
on.
says, but yeah,
Be
get the
kind.
typo, Ashish.
Yeah.
He says Brevis was not out.
Yeah, I mean, despite the fact that he was given out that, I
Yes.
don't know what part of his boot was behind the
But
line.
Marco Jansen wicket turning one, there was 68 for 6, I think that
And by the way, Marco Jansen
68
had
for
scored
5. I think 68 for 5 they were winning.
I think
They
Ashish
weren't
could be
winning
coming from a
there.
point because he's not forgotten the assault that you saw from him in the ODI
I know,
and
but
tests.
no, they weren't winning from there.
also,
Yeah, fair point about Brevis.
yeah, that was a bad decision. And with Jansen, he scored 12 runs today, by the way, facing 12 balls. He hit 2 sixes. That's his knock. He hit 2 sixes
So
and
9
played
dots.
10 dots.
He was totally outfoxed by
10th is the dismissal. I'm counting that as a dot.
totally outfoxed by Varun Chakravarthy.
Again, not the first and won't
The
be
wrong
the last.
one that came in.
Again. Why is it
quick,
that
yeah.
right-handers are not able to read that?
I know it's very easy to say when you're watching it on TV. If I was batting, I'd play him very different. All ball, I'll play just for the one coming in.
Actually,
That's it. I don't know why batters even.
See, that's the problem. We've got him at one end, and just imagine if there's a Jasprit bowling. What do you do then?
But I'm
Sometimes
sure
you've
they
got to
watch
be.
enough video clippings. They watch.
The problem is sometimes with Varun now is that sometimes, I don't know if it's pitch specific or it's maybe the overspin he's applying, he's getting more bounce. Like
Yes,
if you look at the Donovan
I agree.
Ferreira dismissal,
Yeah.
he wasn't done by anything other than bounce.
True.
He went for the cut shot, the shot was on, but the bounce did him and hit his glove.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening. Jansen, the ball hit the top of the stump, and Jansen, we know, the tall man. So he was done in by the bounce. So I think that's another thing. I think it's the overspin. Other thing, of course, is that people still tend to believe that he has a leg break variation, which he does.
but rarely uses it.
He rarely uses it, and more importantly, the spin now. Previously, why he became predictable, and I remember analyzing his bowling a little bit. He became predictable because the carom ball, which was his ball to go away, straight hand. The googly, back of the hand. Now it's all overspin. So you're not able to read it as easily. That's also what's made him trickier. He realized that people were reading his carom ball. So what he did, in fact, there were 2 mistakes. One is the carom ball and this thing. The other was he started bowling slower. And most of his balls were 95, 98 clicks. At that pace, if you're only waiting, and he's also become better at being more consistent with his line and length. So it's consistently just outside off, just outside off. The thing with bowling and just outside off is if I know you can spin it away, I'm always playing outside of off, which is where that one coming in will always get you. Simple, but it works.
Chirag again.
Says Sky should be number 4. He should think he is not the new ball batter, and Tilak should be number 3. Kuldeep, no need to play 5 T20Is. He's at game time. Let him rest.
No, it's not about.
Combination.
Yeah, it's not about rest. Kuldeep doesn't need rest.
If anything, he's had too much rest throughout the time of his career.
Someone please ask. Yeah.
He was told you're our number one
Either he
overseas
doesn't
bowler.
need rest or he doesn't need game time.
That's what.
See, what else do you tell him? What else do you tell him? What wrong has he done to not be in the
What
11?
have you been telling him for so many years?
Okay. And for him, it must be KKR deja vu. I'm getting benched for Chakravarthy again. Naveen Narayan says that this is an absolute mauling. SA just got crushed, demolished, and steamrolled. Absolutely no sense of playing GILL in T20s. That was an abysmal and appalling performance. Were you reading Shashi Tharoor's tweets or something?
He'd be using very difficult words then.
Yeah. But he also adds saying Sky's performance is also next level mystery. You've got mystery spinner and now you've got a mystery batter.
We've discussed both those.
You don't know what he'll do?
I'm sure you would have. These comments obviously came before we had the in-depth discussion about both.
Naveen with another one. If it's the same Naveen. It is. I see the picture. Yeah.
I said his performance.
Sky's performance is next level.
Took
mystery.
that.
I took the comment. I was saying that.
I'm
See, this is
sorry.
what I mean.
Yeah, Harshita is.
No one listens to me.
I did.
Go down. There's
Chirag again.
He says that Shane, you've forgotten that 4 fast bowlers were bowling in those matches. That's why Dubey should come early.
Cheyenne.
Yeah, Shine. It's okay. I understood. It's all right. I've been called way worse in school.
Shiny.
There's an actor, no? Cheyenne Mukherjee.
There was a Shayan Ghosh who bowled also. So he says that Dubey should come in early because when the spinner bowls, he'll come in early.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we discussed.
Exactly.
I think they're trying to make him into a finisher. I'm not sure he's the right candidate to be there. Just because he can clear the boundary easily doesn't make him a finisher.
Yeah. I mean, look at someone like a Rajat Patidar. He's similar profile, right-handed, murders spinners. Doesn't make him a finisher.
Yeah.
He's a 3-4. And that's where he should bat. Naveen once again says that SA lost because Temba Bavuma was not there. Lord.
Good point.
No Lord Bavuma, plenty of problems.
Also because Shivam Dubey was in the Indian team.
That liner, that streak is back. Praneeth says India's scary lineup when Sanju, Abhishek were opening, scoring close to 300. Now we've gone back to the earlier formula, low order bowling, and are winning you matches.
That's it.
Yeah.
Truth bomb.
Yeah, it's a truth bomb. I do tend to agree. Can't disagree with what he's saying. Correct. Rakesh Bhushan now says that Shubman Gill is not a T20 player. Gautam Gambhir, for unknown reasons, has given him the chance. He may score occasionally, but why so much effort in making him a T20 batsman? What wrong did Sanju do? There are so many players who can adapt, but just give them a chance too.
But I don't know if this is entirely down to Gambhir then.
No, it's not.
I think this
It's
is the
not.
larger plan of the selectors, the BCCI.
Yeah.
Because Shubman Gill has been paratrooped into the system. And once paratrooped, of course,
No, it has to be BCCI.
and as you
All
told us,
selectors
there
role.
was a conversation that was held with Gill as well. He
Yeah.
decided that he wanted to buy into this Indian team's plan.
Yeah.
And I doubt if he would have had any other choice once he was paratrooped.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Scroll up, by the way. There's a few comments missed. Scroll up. Lower than that. Naveen Narayan again says, why force someone to be aggressive when you have someone who's already aggressive by nature, Samson, just because he's your blue-eyed boy? BCCI. Yeah, that's the thing.
Can't argue.
Samson had bought into that philosophy and was hitting hundreds for fun. Poor guy. Hashtag justice.
There is a naturally aggressive guy in Yashashvi as well.
Who's out of the squad.
He was not even in the scheme of things. In fact, was, ironically.
And then there's nowhere to be seen now.
Yeah.
Now you'll see him batting alongside Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Rakesh Bhushan says aggressive batting, template, all okay. But few batsmen are failing on a regular basis. Gill and Sky. Then why not give chance to the likes of Ishan, Sanju, Iyer, try them 2 for 15-20 matches in the short. Don't be selective with few bunch and hit the other few. I mean, Sanju, to be fair, was given about 15-20 games. Then arbitrarily dropped for no reason. I don't quite understand a lot of this team calls that are just made like that.
Rager 21 says that
Ravager.
looks like Ravager says that looks like Sanju's not the first choice for T20 World Cup. Also, why on earth Yashashvi's out of the team? He should be opening with Abhishek.
They have briefly opened together and they look so good. Two guys just playing the same way. So much fun.
It's pretty much, I mean, your comments are pretty much in line with something that we've discussed. I think we've discussed it many times before. But I think, they are looking at a succession line. They do see. The one thing that Indian cricket has had for some time is this obsession of having a one format
Uniform
captain. I
captain.
think it can't happen I know people will say T20 is, different, but I think they're heading towards that. And they can't obviously, let's say after 26 World Cup, if you to do it, which is just 2 months away, you can't just bring him from outside the team and make him captain. So that's why he's vice captain. So I think you're heading towards that. This is an obsession that Indian cricket has had. You can agree, disagree with it. I think for the reasons that you are pursuing with Gill to be captain, I don't think are as strong to keep someone like Sanju or other players that were performing before him, even Yashashvi. So
Yeah.
that was a bit unfortunate, I agree.
Agreed. Rakesh Bhushan again says that Hardik Pandya was dumped and Sky became the captain in T20s. Now Gill has to be made captain, as such accommodated in spite of him being a huge misfit.
Yeah.
Why do we Indians not go on merit and try to squeeze in outsiders?
I just answer that, Rakesh. It's because you want to have one captain in all formats.
Which makes no sense. I don't think you should
I
even
don't
be
agree
having
with
one coach for all formats either. No, I agree.
Don't say that.
No, I will say it.
You're not.
He can. He's not an IPL team.
But
Exactly.
it is outside his domain.
It is technically within my domain. I'm a
it's a
sports
domain,
journalist.
How many test matches have you played?
Then put test matches on subscription TV. BCCI.TV. Siva Subramaniam says Varun was smashed in S-Mat, but why do other batters struggle? See, there's multiple reasons for that.
I was looking at Varun's numbers. He's only got 2 wickets in the last 4 matches.
I'm not again taking anything away from him. He's a wonderful bowler. I think Shane, really dissected his bowling very well. I agree. But I'm just saying, every time I see a wicket fall to that, I was like,
It's the same ball. The same ball.
I mean, watch videos. Get ready for it, man. This is gonna come your way.
It's exactly that mystery, right? Which batsmen could never get their head around. How does Anil Kumble take wickets without getting the ball to spin?
Yeah, but he would. But the thing with Kumble is he had subtle variation. And the other thing is,
Which is exactly Varun.
but Kumble was. See again, he would get bounce. He would use the other delivery as well.
But
plus,
the spin was missing. Again, when you see a bowler with a shot,
it was not missing.
It was
just
less.
that it wasn't
Subtle.
an exaggerate spinner. And remember, now these bowlers are just commonplace, right? You see it everywhere. So we've gotten used to it. Kumble in those days was a rarity.
An anomaly.
So that's why everyone says, the bowler who can't spin the ball. He would, but compared to all conventional spinners who are turning it square.
He played in this generation of Shane Warne.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Saklan or all of these bowlers.
And they would turn the ball miles.
Exactly. And he wasn't like that.
Actually, Kumble was ahead of his time. He'd be a perfect fit for T20 cricket.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because again, he's that. He'll get a very subtle leg spin. He'd rely on the flipper and he'd rely on a googly.
Yeah.
Most spinners today, most wrist spinners today are googly bowlers. Piyush Chawla, I'll give you a best example. Another one, by the way, who I used to watch a lot for KKR. And I'd have the same question. How the hell is it that they can't tell that he's going to be spinning it in 9 times out of 10? And he'd still get you wickets?
Yeah, his wickets would be on googly.
99.99% of the time.
Leg break getting a wicket.
No, very rare. Yeah. He was a proper googly bowler before googly bowlers were a thing, like someone like a Rashid. Rashid's another one. Bishnoi, yes. Less successful version of Rashid. Yeah. Much quicker too.
Correct.
But these guys are all the same. And by the way, one of the other reasons, and this is not an excuse, but Varun also was given captaincy of Tamil Nadu for S-Mat. He's never really captained the side.
Sai Kishore?
It was Varun.
He scored some runs the other day, though, Sai Kishore.
But it was Varun who was given captaincy.
I think that game he was captain. No?
No. It's Varun was given captaincy ahead of the S-Mat. So Tamil Nadu also have a very interesting policy. They will give like white ball only contracts to certain players. He's one of them. So I think right now a lot of those older generation guys, DK was the captain recently. He's obviously retired. He's the most experienced of the lot.
He's playing ILT20, yeah?
Yeah, but he's retired from Indian cricket. No? Otherwise he wouldn't be playing ILT20. Funnily enough, you're talking about ILT20. You know who else is playing ILT20? Piyush Chawla. For the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders. He's playing ILT20 as well. Wait, we have a Shivam Giri coming up. Our producer is reminding us.
Just a reminder, meme segment Shivam Giri is going to be up next. We'll take a few more questions before we dive into
Yes. So we've got Amit Kavatekar saying, this guy deserves a place in the 11 purely as a captain, especially when both Shreyas and Jaspal are missing out. Looking at a good span of year in the World Cup is important.
Yeah, but I think, I agree with you, but I think now they will not press the panic button and change him as captain 2 months ahead of the World Cup.
Also, you can't bring in Shreyas now anyway.
Yeah.
You can't.
They won't do that. And not to say that anybody else can't captain or whatever, but I don't think the Indian team will do that.
So no, it would be very unfair.
Yeah.
You made him captain for a year and a half and then last minute you're like, no.
Yeah. Let's go, Shivam Giri.
Yes.
Shivam
will again
see, again, good question. Shivam is asking about, was it the right call to go with Sky? Hand on heart, I would have stuck to Hardik. I think it was unfair. But see, if you hadn't gone to Hardik in that span when you had a poor 2022 World Cup, after that you went to Hardik. And okay, fine, I'll agree to what Rohit had said at that time, that it was temporary because they were concentrating on the 50-over World Cup, which is why Rohit could not captain, and that's why you gave it to Hardik. Fair enough, I'll accept that. But as soon as the 2024 World Cup was done, and Hardik did have a good World Cup as well, quite naturally it should have gone back to him. I agree with you. The way And of course, the reason given was that he's injured and he gets. But
remember, he had decided not to make himself available for that, I think, South Africa series, where he cited personal reasons and he didn't turn up for that. And immediately you saw then Skyer became the permanent captain.
no, but I
after
think we were told that he. I remember that question was asked. Ajit Agarkar said that no injury and we're not sure about whether it'll be fit. That was what was told to everyone, but I don't think it's a valid enough reason not to go with Hardik Pandya.
Because he did good as captain. I remember some of those series. He really brought about that change in approach early on. You tell them, no, be aggressive. I don't care about how many runs you're getting. I don't care about your
His
average.
record was absolutely good.
Yeah.
Very, very good record he had. You had no reason. Of course, unfair on what happened to Hardik as well. And Surya, we were told the player feedback was very good.
No, but by the same yardstick, if now you have made Sky, I think then now also it's very.
You stick with him. You have to stick with him.
Till the World Cup. After that, you take a call
110%.
and you decide.
Faraz Ahmed says, not still sold on Dubey as a finisher. Strikes at 111 and 117 on good or short of a good length, respectively, against quality pace. Pacers can bully him with short stuff and go wide outside off, where he's got a structure of 57.6. I agree.
Thank you for those numbers.
That's exactly what we discussed. That if that is what they're trying to experiment, I don't see that really firing.
No.
Not
And
working for them.
there's a reason why even Dhoni would always use him 3-4.
Yeah.
Because he knew his strength lay there.
Correct. Okay, let's have Shivam Giri, please.
Let's go.
Oh, since this song, I must give you a bit of a rider. Our producer is Shivam, who's a massive Hardik Pandya fan,
And also,
has just gone and watched Dhurandhar. So there is a lot of personal bias that comes into his selection of what he's going with. So this is the thing, but yeah, it's a valid thing. It's coming in with that. What a catchy song that is. We have played it in the studio.
I was listening to it upstairs.
There you go. We've been listening to that song.
I'm anyway a rap music fan. I love hip hop rap as a whole, and this is, I don't know what chopping sampling has been done there. It's so catchy, by God. Can't tell you.
Agreed.
That's Mr. Grovel.
It's by a Bahrainian rapper.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Oh God, I've forgotten it now.
The song's name is Fala.
The song's name is Fala. Now I've forgotten the name of the rapper.
Yeah.
Tripperville or something like that. I'm forgetting what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll get back to that later, guys.
Yeah.
I'll just Google it.
Tall, cute-looking, chubby rapper.
Healthy.
That's all right.
It's a sensitive word these days.
I'm fine with it.
No. It's a very North Indian thing. Healthy. Very healthy.
Flipperachi.
Flipperachi is the rapper.
And out of context cricket showing
Mr. Grovel.
Mr. Grovel himself,
Mr.
Shukri
Grumpy.
Conrad.
He
Oh dear.
is grumpy, not happy.
Can't say I blame him after that performance.
Yeah.
This
Shivam,
is from
will we end up watching the whole movie?
This is also from
snippets.
Dhurandhar.
Yeah, he's basically, they've just done a
watch
face
the whole movie now on Snips.
Everything is from Dhurandhar.
Dhurandhar
Now I
and
haven't
Hardik
seen
Pandya.
these. Shivam will have to explain the context. I know you two haven't seen that either.
No, I haven't
This whole
either, but-
madam thing.
Madman, yeah, not madam.
Madman, sorry.
That too even I saw. Madam.
Yeah, what is the context?
I say generally, look at him.
He's a madman.
Whoever the character must be like.
He's got
villainous.
blood all over him and he's...
Yeah, that's what you can understand. I don't need to know the context.
Ranveer Singh. He's a madman. That's all right.
I didn't say that.
I said it. Look at his fashion choices. He's giving us the whole movie plot also.
He's not injured by the paparazzi, hurt by the paparazzi.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Mantra Bapu.
Bapu saying only this version of
violence.
Bapu saying only violence. I pick violence. It's a good face swap job. I will give that person that.
AI.
As it's made it very
Tell
wonderful.
you, this AI can do.
Wonders. Next.
Bapu to the rescue, yaar.
He's looking like Sanjay Dutt, yaar.
No, they've done again that face swap
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm saying some of them look rather funny, but this one too.
Zomo, look on the left side you've got Abhishek and on the right side you've got Tilak.
I saw
Phenomenal.
that. But they don't look that.
Tilak is it?
Yeah.
Look at Surya. Just looks like Sanjay Dutt. Yeah?
And he's saying, "Mast hai, apan ko bhi karna hai."
Surya watching GILL.
Get out to his bed shot. Yeah. Oh dear. Gems indeed. Next.
Gems of cricket.
India's bowling lineup in the upcoming T20 World Cup. Bumrah, Arshdeep, Varun, Kuldeep, Hardik.
This is basically this is a meme where they'll always show 3 dragons and there'll be 2 which are looking like this strong and 1 which is looking like this. So it's like a stupid dragon. But this you've got all like 6 full-on proper dragons. So that's
I like this.
it's a good one.
This is what India's bowling is next
It's a
level.
6-headed dragon.
Arre,
Oh god, people with most aura on the internet today.
Today to is
He's on one.
was there a filter, Dhurandhar filter you applied today?
It is not
on
Shivam
X.
Giri today, it is
Dhurandhar Pandya.
Dhurandhar Giri.
It's Dhurandhar Pandya.
Dhurandhar Pandya.
Next.
What a good opening pair. Imagine if they did coaching. Oopsie.
Oh my god.
This has to be.
Oh man, this is good.
Pick of the lot for me.
Pick of the Lord.
Oh my.
What Rohit Sharma is in opening, what Virat Kohli is in middle order, what Jasprit Bumrah is in bowling, is what Hardik Pandya is in all-rounders. One of the most important assets of Team India. Agree?
Now stop being a Hardik fanboy and Rohit Sharma dropping GILL from
He was cooking.
Breaking Bad.
I love this show. Still maintain this and the spin-off, 2 of the best shows ever made.
Really?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. Can I be honest? I started watching both, but I didn't go past 3-4 episodes.
Of which Better Call Saul?
Both.
Even
This
Breaking
this
Bad.
you have to give time. It starts slow. It's a slow
good.
burner.
So I went through 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, 3-4 episodes, it's slow.
Yeah.
I remember I also started out like that, and I remember I was ill at that point in time. So I was in bed for a few days, and I'm like, the show is very boring. But then I got past.
I started seeing when I'd heard some rave reviews, so maybe I expected all of that. And
No, even I had the same thing. I'm like, what? I asked my friend, I'm like, why are you hyping up the show so much? She's like, wait, it gets better. Like, it's slow starting, but you need all that background. Then I started watching, and by God, when it picks up pace, I remember the last season, it is so crazy because every episode there is something happening. It's boom, 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 and then phenomenal. This, Better Call Saul, and even the movie El Camino, all great.
Yeah.
Vince Gilligan is such a genius.
Bell ringing, my God. What scene is that?
Oh my
man?
God, yeah.
I think
Crazy.
that for me was the zenith of the series.
And then when he adjusts his tie.
Yeah.
No worries, T20 World Cup is around the corner and teams like Namibia, Italy, Oman and Nepal are participating. Oh dear, that's harsh.
Shivam today has, I think, only fulfilled his agenda. Bash Surya,
Praise Pandya.
Next time, we won't allow that.
This needs editorial clearance.
Insight.
Yeah. Okay, shall we call it a night? Okay, now maybe 2 questions we'll take. Malik says,
asking, Nick sir, do you agree T20 May Arshdeep is better than Bumrah?
Oh no. I know he's got more wickets, but no, the impact wise no. But again, Arshdeep, we've counted him in a 3-star bowling lineup.
I love Arshdeep Singh. He's a very good bowler. Excellent bowler.
But not.
No, not better than Bumrah. We'll get there one day maybe, but yeah.
Hard.
Okay. On that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you, ladies and gen, for giving us company. Tomorrow is another day. But we have given them a promise.
Tomorrow,
That is
huge plug-in we've given you.
Sports Today promise. Today somebody sent us a question up. Do you remember the name? No.
Name, I don't know. Question was Yashasvi.
Yes.
So they sent a question to be asked to Yashasvi Jaiswal and said he wants an answer to it. Can you ask him? So we said, okay, we've taken that challenge and we've taken time till tomorrow night, this time. Okay. But tomorrow night, this time, you will have an answer to that question for Yashasvi Jaiswal, which has been noted down by a producer. And you will hear the answer from Yashasvi Jaiswal himself on Sports Today
Tap
by
that bell.
tomorrow night.
Tap that bell so that you get notified the moment that interview is on premiere.
That we have taken as a challenge. There's a question that Shivam wants us to take from Alp. He says, what if GILL doesn't perform till World Cup and India doesn't win the World Cup? He will be given captaincy after World Cup. Good question.
Very interesting question.
Hypothetical.
A loaded question.
But I mean, logically, no.
No.
Just applying logic.
Purely sporting logic, no.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree with that. It shouldn't be.
Yeah. You always have a Hardik. It's not that you won't have any other option.
And I know the next T20 World Cup is what, 2 years away? Come on.
Yeah.
He'll
But I
pull
think
through
all of
that.
that, I'm just saying, if in case that was to be how the cookie crumbles, then not that you'll take a decision on the captain immediately. After that comes what?
ODI World Cup.
After T20
IPL.
World Cup. Then IPL.
Will supersede everything.
Then IPL performance, who does what, who is captaining which team, and where that team goes, and how his performance is with the bat or the ball. All that will.
What if Hardik leads them to a 6th title? Am I?
Then to eyes closed. Should be. No, see,
I think India one of the favorites.
The favorite.
Yeah.
At home, defending champions, the best T20 team. You go in as your favorites. But nothing is guaranteed in sport.
True.
19th November, you were favorites.
Ting, ting,
At
ting,
home.
ting, ting.
So, okay. Bye-bye. Take care. Good night. Take good care of yourself.
Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Tap that bell. Yashashvi Jaiswal exclusive coming up tomorrow.
Eat your vegetables and do not trouble your mother. Bye.